Okay, so yeah, I hope you did not tune in expecting to see something other than cycle, because it's legit just going to be me gluing layers together of Tulle together while I just randomly talk about stuff. So what I'm doing is, well, besides the obvious of gluing layers of Tulle together, is since I'm working on that Monster High, and I'm turning it into a weird Barbie HQ. The thing is, like, I want it to be gorgeous, okay? I don't really want it to be weird. I know that sounds kind of odd, but stick with me, let me explain. Okay, yeah, since I've just messed up all up, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so I watched an interview, God knows where, because, like, y'all, I'm terminally online. It's a problem. And, yeah, I saw an interview somewhere of Kate McKinnon, and she was talking about how, like, as her, weird Barbie turn, it was, like, very intentionally weird, And that's the thing with the Barbies I'm making. I'm not making Barbies that, are conventionally something you would call weird. But they probably would have been called weird, in high school, because, let's face it, all the cool kids are. So, okay, just a fair warning, there is a Tara in here with me, so who knows if we're going to get some Tara butt in here or not? We shall see, Okay, since I've got one of these sides glued together now, this is going to be fun, you guys. I am not very great with, the gluing and the wet knotting and the in general, the living. But in the cute sense, I have some issues with the crafts I like to pull off. And one of those crafts I like to pull off is working with Tulle. And I don't have the hands for it anymore, but oh my god, how I like to pretend I do, right? So, okay. We're gonna pretend this is working really, really well, and that I'm not just burning the crap out of my fingers and taking advantage of the fact that hot glue takes like a whole second to dry. Okay, the thing about this whole project is my little baby cousin is the one who gave me the Monster High, and such a sweetie. I'm looking around my office, there's actually stuff all over from her. Anyway, I want to turn her Monster High into, well, something great, something like amazeballs, something just like super fantastic. So that's what we're doing. Her dad can rest assured there's more than one person on the internet trying to do things to make that little girl happy. Oh. Well, we are just kind of like that family, though. We're a big family. We're a super big family. But we were like close growing up. At least some of us were, because we were like only children and we didn't have any other siblings. And it was, oh god, you guys, it showed. And yeah, so we're like, I guess, the only aunts our kids are ever gonna have, right? On our side, at least. So hopefully we do them well. Okay. Now we've got lots of glue strings. Let's pull these off. So I had something I was gonna talk about in here today, but you know what? I think I'm gonna talk about fostering kitties. Because that's come up recently. I've done it, you see, if you've watched my channel at all, you've seen me do it. Well, you've seen me with at least one of the kittens that went to a home, and it's actually like super helpful. The home that it went to is boyfriend's old boss, so I get to find out like what's going on with the kitty, which makes fostering so much better. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth, like, I cried my little eyes out when I was taking that little girl up to her new mommy, and, it's part of it yeah, she looked exactly like freaking Tara. Exactly. And her new mommy was the other day talking to boyfriend and mentioned the whole thing that, like, isn't she Tara's kiddo though? And I'm like, no, Tara's only 7 months old. And he explained to her that she is actually the baby of the stray I take care of outside, and somehow she just looks identical to our little baby. It's so crazy. I got a picture printed out the other day, you know, because I'm cheap and... Oh, if this is your first video watching me, I'm Lynn, and I'm a cheap-ass bastard. Anyway, I use that thing free prints, right? And it's not for, like, a ton of prints or anything. Just, you know, some that I'd like to put in frames and decorate the house with and make look super cute. And anyway, I got one of me and Tara, and it was when she was just a baby. And looking at it, immediately... boyfriend was asking if it was grits. And I was like, no, I was very sure during that whole fostering period to not take pictures like that. I didn't want pictures of me holding a new baby, you know, because like these little fur babies, some of us, we don't have kids, you guys, and we have fur babies. Oh god, it hurts to let them go. And yeah, so gosh, I don't know, how the crap do I recommend fostering at this point? Because I think it's probably still a worthwhile effort, but god, it's hell on the soul. And oh my god, did my eyes get so red? And yeah, I'm an atheist and I talk about the soul and Bart's soul and Mom's soul. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to go, like, blow my nose and then, like, recover from the ordeal. I swear to god, since I had COVID, what the, huh? What was I trying to say there? Never mind. Yeah, since I had that thing, my lungs just really didn't recover like I kind of hoped they would. I was talking to an NP about it this morning, and she had it a few weeks ago. Apparently, she didn't have any, like, lung issues, and I'm like, oh, yay, that's awesome. And then she decided that, you know, maybe now let's go ahead and go over your entire vitals. And then I ended up telling her the whole story of like, oh, okay, so I spent like most of my 30s in a wheelchair. And I really thought we had had this conversation before, but maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Anyways, then I went from the wheelchair to the walker, and then I went from the walker to the cane. And now I hope that I can control my legs. And we go from there, see how things turn out. It's sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I do usually carry a cane with me because I do be tripping. Like, quite literally, I do be tripping, you guys. Also, don't ever do anything I say. Be that in the forum, like a comment, a Reddit thread, a YouTube comment. Just never do anything I say. I'm not meant to be advice or followed or anything like that. I am a crazy weirdo who is in therapy quite regularly and just hanging out. Yeah, so don't do anything I did. So my dumbass left a YouTube comment because that's what I do. Yay, comment. And I thought I was being cute and snarky, and then someone was like, oh, let's try it right now. Like, no, dude, don't. You don't have to, like, ruin the joke for everybody. Like, what up with that? Like, why do you have to be a buzzkill? So I went and I edited the comment, like, don't be a dumbass and try this, Kay. I know, you know, whatever. I just don't know why I leave comments on some of the videos I leave comments on. And it's not even really the videos so much as, like, this was, like, a YouTube poll, and I think I looked at another one of the YouTube poll earlier, and it was all just, like... I was looking back at the channel that I left the video on, and like I have a lot of subscriptions. Like, it's a crazy, crazy number, and I don't think about it really. If I watch a video and I like somebody's point of view, I will subscribe to their channel, and I usually don't factor in that their audience is probably not the one that I should be interacting with if I'd like to keep my sanity, right? But I forget that. I'm forgetful. Anybody else with ADHD forgetful? I'm forgetful, okay? It happens. It's a thing. Okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot, and there's a lot of like unintentional accommodations that I've made for myself in my life. Like one of them, okay, so I went from like 19 to like 37 without having a credit card. Why is that, you may ask? Am I just like so responsible that I just never decided to take that risk with myself? Oh God, no. I had a credit card when I was 18, and I screwed that up so bad. I like just stopped trying to get a credit card after about 20, and past that point, I was like, you know what? If I don't have cash, I probably shouldn't be buying it, because I am a cash kind of person. I've always just been like, you know, minimum wage retail jockey. So like, I was just a cash person, right? So I got a credit card. Yeah, you know where this is going, right? So anyway, I got a credit card when I hit 37, the ripe old age of 37, because my mom was like, you need to build up your credit. And I'm like, I don't really, please, no. And I've already got a bank account, and I haven't seemed to screw that up yet. And let's go ahead and not add any more fuel to this fire, right? But anyway, got a credit card. And then they offered me another one. And y'all, I don't need to have access to money that I don't have. Like, that's this thing. I swear, I need to cut them up. I probably need to cut them up. I'm definitely going to cut them up. I'm not going to cut them up. Maybe I'll put them in a drawer or something. Okay, so like, I had to pull back and regame a little bit because something just wasn't working out. The other side, the other tower that I did, it was like so much flatter, and it's exactly the same number of layers and everything. So yeah, I just need to make it flatter. It needs to be flatter because the other side worked so much better, and this side not so much. Anyway, I was thinking I need to make these hard somehow, and so we had like a 3D printing phase. We've got a bunch of resin left over. I think it's time to use that stuff. Definitely. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm getting all the layers here all over the place, guys, and like smoothing it out and burning the crap out of the heel of my hand, because that's what you do. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Do not do what I say. Do not do what I do. Do not pay attention to me. I am like the town idiot, okay? My God. Don't do as I do. That's just foolish. It's gonna get you nowhere. Well, probably in pain. Definitely in pain. Okay, so I was talking about something. Oh yeah, the covfefe and the lungs. I don't know what it is, but like, I have a cough because like I tend to get the best neuropathy results from smoking, so I tend to smoke my weed. So I don't have like the best lungs just in general. I'm pretty rough on them, but then I got COVID and I was really rough on them, just because COVID is apparently really rough on them. That was less than fun, less than ideal, not fantastic. Anyway, my NP, she's not struggling with that one. So, okay. Yeah, anyway, we went over my whole health history when I came back home, and I attempted to make Danish butter cookies, which I haven't made since I was a kid. Yeah, this might not turn out great, but you know, we're doing this. Actually, I did make a batch already. They didn't turn out great. They didn't turn out great. They didn't turn out bad. They turned out pretty decent. Just, I think, a little bit too thick. I probably needed to chill the dough longer and go ahead and roll the dough out, you know, like a normal human being baking person would do. But we know that's just too much trouble for me, right? So anyway, the dough is chilling in the fridge until I can roll it out like a normal person. Yep. I love how you just always inevitably have to give in to Betty Crocker, okay? You just do. Like, you don't want to do what she wants you to do. You don't want to, like, deal with the 5 million steps that she wants you to go through. But, wow, sometimes you just have to suck it up and do it, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna be sucking it up and doing it on the next batch. Current batch. It has some sprinkles on it. You know, it's festive. Y'all, I haven't made Christmas cookies in ages. Like, I was probably a kid living with my parents the last time I did. And I'm not a kid living with my parents anymore. Although I am kind of trauma-locked in, like, you know, my late teens. And basically, I mean, I feel like I'm like 19 in my head. So that's something, right? But yeah, like, I haven't done it in a while. And we shall see how this goes. For now, I think I'm gonna pull out the resin and some cardboard and some gloves, because that's what a responsible person does. And I'm gonna see if I can't make something hard out of this tool. Make something that especially goes with the